And are you familiar with the traffic report 555 that you use to document vehicle collisions is part of that SWITR system? The data from the 555 is entered into the SWITR system.
Yes,
True?
yes. In fact, as a caveat to that, this form now is a statewide form that all law enforcement agencies must use in documenting traffic collision reports.
And the SWITR system is important in the sense it can document how many collisions take place statewide in California,
Yes,
and also the collisions that produce injuries in California.
yes.
So what I'd like to do now, Officer Soto, is I'll show you what's been pre-marked as Exhibit 2. I'm going to hand one copy to Defense Counsel and one to you, sir. Please look at that document. I've highlighted a few provisions on this, and I'll represent to you that I pulled this from the SWITR system on the CHP website.
Yes.
If you could be so kind, and if you look under column, where the column 2013,
It's funny, they're only 4 years behind.
exactly, I noticed that. If you could read the number highlighted on the bottom right, indicating the amount of injury collisions in California for the year 2013. What
Yes.
number is that?
223,128. And I might add to this that this stat does not include reports that people come into the office and make. We call those counter reports. And counter reports aren't entered into SWITRs. So, for example, this morning at our front desk, a gentleman came in and said, I was involved in an accident yesterday and I'd like to make a police report. CHP won't respond an officer to that. So this number is actually very, very conservative statewide. You're going to have, it's actually probably a much greater number than 223,128.
Well, I appreciate that insight. Thank you.
Mark, did you mark this as an exhibit?
Yeah,
Okay.
number Exhibit 2.
I'm just going to object to the foundation of this table.
Sure. And I did the math on that, officer. If you do the math on that conservative number of 223,128 people injured, it comes about one person every 2 minutes in the state of California.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And then just drawing your attention back to Exhibit 2, the statistic from SWITRs that we talked about. I forgot to ask you these questions. If I represent to you that this statistic comes from the CHP's own SWITR database, would you be able to tell me that it's backed by a reliable source, which would be the CHP?
Objection, Mark's foundation.
Yes.
Would you have any reason to disagree with the statistic compiled by SWITRs?
No.
And again, this is the same source.
Except that it's too conservative.
Thank you. Thank you for that clarification. Thank you.